All right. So as you can see, the wall behind me is still completely white. No artwork or anything like that. I didn't have time. It's a bank holiday weekend, which means it takes 2.5 hours just to get home, and I work 12 hours shifts. So basically, I sleep perfectly without dreams, without anything. So exhausted. So I didn't have time to do proper setup. But so many things resurfaced when it happens sometimes when you move, because I have so many books, so many comic books, so many things that basically the previous place where we lived was more like a warehouse. Even the bookshelves, there was not one row of books but several row of books to so we can keep them and we can keep them in a way that like pleasing to the eye, so it doesn't really look like warehouse. But now we have a bigger place, and so many books, some of them I didn't even remember I had resurfaced, and I put them in a way that the covers are very visible when you step into the room. And I will take very special care about this wall behind me. What you can see. This morning, I woke up without an alarm. Those days are very special to me when I wake up without alarm. And sadly, I did not dream anything. I did not remember it. 12 hours shifts and 2.5 hours getting home and all that, because it's bank holiday weekend. It means that Monday the people don't work, and so now it's everything is little bit out of the ordinary. And this time usually I think about the past travels, because that is the time when you travel with the friends, especially my generation. You travel with friends, with colleagues and stuff. You gather 8, 10 people, and you would take an Airbnb on the countryside. Or I have with a little bit smaller friend group. We would go to Paris, Portugal, or Spain. There was one time with the family we were in Paris, and I booked the hotel. I was looking at the price, I was looking at the location. I did not really look at the pictures, but whenever I look at the pictures, I always, when I have to choose between like 4, 5, or even 6 hotels, I always go for the funky ones, out of ordinary things, not like the ones who look like an office, very cold, very professional. I would not choose them. And there was one hotel that looked like a very very strange Disneyland dream, little bit of like this Las Vegas style. If Las Vegas was abandoned for like 50 years, and we went there. It was in Paris, very good location. Pigalle, that was the name. And Pigalle. Right now we are in London, UK. But I'm from Hungary, from Eastern Europe, and we have our pop songs, Hungarian pop songs, and one of the most famous one, one of the most popular one, has even the Pigalle, the square from Paris, in one of the lines, in one of the songs. I'm not gonna. You can imagine it's a pop song, so what they do at Piga, you can kind of imagine. And we took the hotel there. It was super funky, absolutely. You can put this aesthetic in a computer game, in a movie. Everyone will remember it forever. And so we slept there. And after the first night, we went down to have it's Paris, so we went down to have a croissant and a coffee. And there was a big Hungarian tourist group in front of us, but we did not realize that. We just entered the coffee early morning. It was weekday, not weekend. It was not Saturday or Sunday. It was a weekday. We saw the tourists, we saw the backpack, the clothes and everything, ready to not hike the mountains, but hike the all the museums like the Louvre and the other ones. And most people, when they go to Paris, they go to these very picturesque villages as well. So they go outside of Paris as well. So we were queuing up, and I told my friends that I should have learned French a little bit more. I should invest a little bit more time and energy into the French language, so I could show off, and I could order coffee and croissant for all of us in French. And there was this tourist group next to us. We did not know they Hungarians. So one of the girl turned, looked at me, and I was talking in my language in Hungarian, and she talked in Hungarian as well. She said to me that don't talk in French, because don't ask anything in French, because they're gonna answer to you in French, and then then you would get totally lost. And but the way how she said it, it was absolutely fantastic. It was so funny that after all these years, I'm still thinking about it. It was such a great fun. And their tourist group and our tourist group, we were sitting across the room, across this Paris coffee, and we were looking at each other. And obviously, all of us had very tight schedules. So yeah. Otherwise, if it's not Paris, if it's somewhere else, our teams would definitely, unite, and we would do everything together. So this is the bank holiday weekend in London. This is what you do. And what we actually did this bank holiday, we moved house. That's why the white, completely empty wall behind me, the very first painting gonna go up. It's gonna be Van Gogh's Sunflower. And today I woke up, so without alarm, without, oh my god, I was so happy. I'm always very happy when we move house. I used to move house like all the time, and it's for me, it's always a new beginning. It's never a drag. I'm never sad about leaving a place. And I woke up, and we gathered in the kitchen, because the big difference between my previous houses and this one is that we have a dishwasher for the dishes, for the spoons, for the forks, for the plates, for everything. And this is such an upgrade. So we spent quite a long time the other day in the shop, looking at the capsules, the tablets, what you put in the dishwashers. And we were reading every single thing on the packages, and it was like a very, very excited. I know that most people, they have dishwasher at home, they can't even imagine how to live without a dishwasher. But for me, it's a very, very special thing. I traveled the world. After high school, I lived in 5 different countries, and I always saved money on rent. And even when I was traveling, I was saving money on different on accommodation. This is the thing, always saving money on the accommodation. I would not save money on food. I would not save money on books and comic books and computer games, nothing like that. But on accommodation, I would always save money. So that is the first time in my life. Today is the very first time in my life when we gathered in the kitchen. We we took pictures of us holding the tablet for the dishwasher, and we placed it in the dishwasher, and we turned it on. So I don't want to say any brand names, because it's not a promotion. So you open the dishwasher, and I don't know how it works. We don't know how it works. So we opened it, and luckily there's only one button, and under it, it says it cancel in 3 seconds or something like that. and you can press on that button and it would light up different functions. So it would there's like a short version which is like 30 minutes, there's a longer version, there's an eco-friendly version, and so on. so we were looking at that. So the very first one was a shorter version for the plates and the cutlery. So this is today a very, very historical moment, and I wanted to share it with you because it's so funny, the things that makes us happy in 2025.